Hello friends, and welcome back to another weekly grocery haul and meal plan. If you are new here, my name is Katrina and I like to share our grocery haul and our meal plan every single week on this channel. I also like to share meal prep, what's for dinner, freezer meal prep, dinner ideas, all things food over here. So if you love that kind of content, I would love for you to stick around and hit that subscribe button. And also I do have a second channel that I've just started up recently of cleaning motivation. So if you did want to head on over there and check out that channel as well, I will leave the link in the description box down below. Now, most weeks I do just go ahead and show my grocery haul and my meal plan, but sometimes when I do have a new recipe in my meal plan that I want to share with you all, I do like to go ahead and add that to the end of the video, or if I have some meal prep that I'm doing that week, I do like to share that as well, just to give you guys some ideas to go ahead and plan your meals for the following week. Now, in saying that, I did have a couple new dinner ideas on this week's meal plan that I did want to share with you all. So if you did want to see those recipes, definitely go ahead and stick around to the end where I will be sharing those. But for now, we are going to go ahead and get into the meal plan. I'm going to let you know what we are having for dinner this week for my family of 4, and then I'm going to go ahead and pick up those groceries and let you know what we got in our grocery haul this week. So for this week's meal plan, on Monday night, we're going to be having loaded hot potatoes. I've just got some ground beef for those, some cheese, and I got a little coleslaw, I'm pretty sure. I got a few things to add into those, so we're excited for those ones. On Tuesday night, we're going to be having butter chicken and rice. On Wednesday night, we're going to be having taco boats with the leftover minced meat that we have from Monday night. Then on Thursday night, we're going to be having just leftovers from anything out of the first 3 nights. On Friday night, we're just going to have freezer meal Friday, which I have now incorporated into our meal plan every single week. So it's just to make sure that we use up stuff that we have in the deep freezer and we keep a running inventory of what we have so that nothing goes out of date and nothing gets thrown away. Then on Saturday night, we're going to be having homemade veggie nuggets and chips. That is one of the recipes that I wanted to share with you all. My kids love it and it is a new favorite in our house, so I wanted to share that one with you in tonight's video. And then on Sunday night, we're going to be having chicken and leek rice bowls. So that is everything that is in this week's meal plan. I'm going to go ahead and grab those groceries now and let you know what is in the grocery haul. So I'm just going to start off with the produce and let you know what we got here and explain it a little bit, but then I'm going to go ahead and put that away so I can make room for the rest of the groceries. This week's grocery haul was more of a monthly stock up haul, I would say, because I did grab a lot of things in bulk. If you want to go ahead and guess how much you think this grocery haul cost my family this week, go ahead and leave your comment down below before the end of the grocery haul, and then I'll let you know at the end how much it costs. So the first thing that I grabbed was just this whole big bunch of bananas here. Now I know this looks like a lot, but I do like to freeze a lot of bananas once they go a little bit more brown to put in the freezer for smoothies, for banana bread, banana muffins, or anything like that. And then I also like to have a lot of them to eat during the week, and because they are green, they are going to last a little while, which is great, and then the rest will just go straight into the freezer. The next thing that I grabbed was these mushrooms, just to have alongside eggs and stuff for lunch or breakfast, or whenever I feel like making up some scrambled eggs. I love having these with it. I also have a couple recipes this week that I want to throw these into and hide them in for the kids so they don't notice that they're in there. And I also grabbed a bunch of organic carrots this week. That is for the homemade vegetable nuggets that I'm going to be making. Then I also grabbed 2 oranges here. I'm the only one that eats those, so I only grabbed 2. And then I also grabbed 4 mandarins. My youngest is obsessed with them lately. I tried her on them last week and thankfully she took to them, and now she is wanting them all the time. So I'm so happy to be introducing a new fruit, a new healthy food to her diet. And I've also grabbed 2 grapefruits for myself. I got a craving for them last week, so I'm super excited that they had them in stock. They didn't have them last week for some weird reason. It might have just been on the online app though, but they had them in this week's grocery haul, so I'm happy about that. I also grabbed a big lettuce here for taco night and probably another meal on the menu as well. We do like to add lettuce to a few meals. A little bit of salad on the side is always good, just to keep the kids interested in salad and just different textures and things like that. And my 3-year-old is obsessed with lettuce, so that helps a lot too. I did grab, hiding under here, just a big leek for the chicken and leek rice that we're going to be making. I grabbed a couple avocados. I do have some tortilla. I say tortilla chips every time. Someone pulled me up in the comments a couple weeks ago about saying tortilla instead of tortilla. I didn't realize that the L's were silent, but I'm going to try and get that right from now on. I'm sorry if that drives you nuts if you're on the other end listening to that, because I do say that word quite a lot in my grocery hauls. But I have some tortilla chips in the cupboard that I wanted to use up, so I grabbed these avocados so I can make up some sort of dip for that. I also went ahead and grabbed some kale leaf and spinach power greens mix. That is for the smoothies that we have every day. I don't normally add kale. In fact, I've never added kale to my smoothies before. I've always added spinach, so I love adding spinach in there. You can barely tell it's there, and if you add enough and your kids don't mind, it does go a really nice green color. So I do like using it, but recently I've been doing some research and they say that kale is really good and you should mix it up a little bit sometimes. So I thought I'd go ahead and give this a try and see if there's a massive difference. I've grabbed 3 zucchinis this this week, I just like to prep those up in the fridge so I can grab them and throw them on sheet pan veggie meals or anything that we need to add it to the side of during the week for our meal plan. But I also just recently learned that these are really good in smoothies too. So I thought I would also try to sneak in 1 or 2 slices of this into our smoothies in the mornings as well. I always like to see how much I can sneak in before the kids realize and don't like to drink it. So I'm interested to see if these can be hidden into the smoothies without them noticing. Normally in our smoothies, we just have strawberries, not these ones. I do buy frozen strawberries, but I did grab a punnet of just normal strawberries to snack on this week for my youngest especially. We have grabbed a 2 kilo bag of potatoes this week for the loaded hot potatoes. And we also grabbed 2 big packets here of sweet potatoes, so I can go ahead and dice that up and chuck it in the freezer so that we have plenty to put on sheet pan meals during the month. As always, we grabbed a full kilo of Pink Lady apples. My 3-year-old is obsessed with apples, so he always likes to have a bunch of them in the fridge that he can just go ahead and help himself to during the day. I also grabbed 1 cucumber just for snacking on this week. Another thing that I've forgotten to buy lately, so I really need to keep adding that into my daughter's diet just to make sure she's used to eating all the different textures and things like that. And the last couple things when it comes to produce before I go ahead and put all of that away so we can move on to the rest of the grocery haul, I just grabbed a couple bags of these frozen strawberries for the smoothies that I mentioned earlier. And then I also grabbed this veggie rice, and that is to go into the homemade vegetable nuggets that I'm going to be showing you at the end of this video. I went ahead and grabbed just a big shower gel for the shower, and I also grabbed 2 of these Earth dishwash liquid. They're only $2 a bottle. I think they're such a good price, and I just grabbed 2 of those. We just ran out, so I wanted to stock up. I've also gone ahead and grabbed some flaxseed meal for our smoothies. I've just ran out of that, and we also put chia seeds in our smoothies, but we still have about half a bag in the cupboard, so we were fine for that one. But I wanted to go ahead and stock up on this. Flaxseed is so good. If you don't know the benefits of flaxseed, you need to Google them because they are so good for women, women's hormones, balancing them, and also just for if you're breastfeeding like I am, they're so good to help with breast milk. So they're just an all-round great thing for me to have in my diet, and they're also really good for kids. So I just love adding them to the smoothies. They don't make much of a difference in taste. They do give it a little bit of a nutty flavor sometimes if you put too much in, but I do try to just put a teaspoon in just because the kids are drinking it too. I don't like to overdo it. Even though we're not putting too much in the smoothies, it still makes sure that it's in our diet somewhere, and we are still getting some benefits from having it every day. I've gone ahead and stocked up on our favorite pasta, so I've gone ahead and grabbed this Feta Smart Low GI penne that we always get. This was half price, which is why I grabbed I think 10 bags here so that we have plenty of that in the pantry and won't run out. Pasta is something that we have every single week on our meal plan, sometimes more than once, so we do like to have plenty of that on hand. I did go ahead and grab 2 more of our favorite sour cream and chive potato mash sachets. I went ahead and grabbed a brown rice and quinoa packet. This is just one of those microwavable packs that are already like cooked. They just steam in the microwave I think for 90 seconds, and they are so easy, and they make meals so easy to throw together at dinner time when you have kids screaming for food. These are super handy. I grabbed a pack of meringue just for quick lunches or dinners sometimes. I've gone ahead and grabbed 2 packets of these Belvita chocolate breakfast biscuits. These were half price this week, so I did want to grab a couple of those for the pantry. And then I also grabbed some Ritz biscuits as well. Another thing that I really needed to stock up on this week was rolled oats. We use these in our smoothies, and we also use these for my youngest breakfast. She has oatmeal in the morning sometimes, probably like 5 out of 7 days. So we do like to have this always on hand. Oatmeal is something that I could never eat growing up. I never liked it. I couldn't find anything I wanted. Even with quick oats and all the flavors that they come in, I just couldn't stomach it. I didn't like the texture. So adding these into my smoothies is just a game changer. It really thickens up the smoothie and keeps you fuller for so much longer. Yes, it adds a lot of calories. So if you're on a diet, you probably don't want to do this, but it is so good for me when I'm needing a lot more calories when I'm breastfeeding anyway. Next thing I've grabbed is just a big packet of these Harvest Snap Baked Peas. My youngest absolutely loves these. I went ahead and grabbed one of our Proactive buttery butters that we do like to get. I grabbed a carton of eggs, just the free range ones, and also our favorite low GI white bread. I went ahead and grabbed 2 tins of this spaghetti sauce for my partner. He loves this. He's been eating this for over 20 years now since he moved out of home. It is something that I cannot talk him out of. No matter how much I can change or tweak a proper spaghetti sauce, he just loves this stuff. So I'd go ahead and buy it for him. It keeps him happy. I also grabbed a tin of these Australian sliced pineapples. For snacks this week, I went ahead and grabbed the kids these chocolate dipped Freddos. They love these, so I do like to spoil them with these every now and again, and I'm pretty sure that these were on special, which is why I would have grabbed these ones. I also grabbed myself a couple blocks of chocolate, so I grabbed my absolute favorite at the moment, the caramel Hokey Pokey. This hands down is the best chocolate in the world. And then I've also gone ahead and grabbed this Lindt 34% hazelnuts in the dark chocolate block. I've never tried this. It looks a little thicker than the usual Lindt chocolate blocks that I do get, but I'm excited to give that one a try. It looks so good. And then for my youngest, I grabbed these rice cakes covered in plain yogurt and also a couple packets of the rice cakes covered in berry yogurt. I grabbed myself a couple yogurts. I've never tried these ones before, but they were down to $1, so I thought I'd grab them just for like a late night snack. I got the yellow box honey flavor and I also got the caramelized fig flavor. I grabbed myself a little sour cream for the loaded potatoes and the butter chicken this week. I'm the only one that eats sour cream in this family. I know they're all crazy, but I only grabbed myself a little one for that reason. I also grabbed 5 packets of macaroni and cheese this week. These were on special. I think they were half price, $1 something a packet. So I love to have those in the bottom of the cupboard as a quick and easy side alongside like a protein and some vegetables. I went ahead and grabbed a bunch of pouches this week. So I grabbed my oldest these tropical strawberry and banana yogurts with probiotics. And then I also grabbed my youngest just a couple of these strawberry coconut yogurts. I grabbed myself this little coleslaw to have on top of my loaded potatoes. Again, I will probably be the only one that eats this, as well as my youngest. I'm going to give her a little bit and see how she likes it. And then I also grabbed this Greek style mix just with the semi-dried tomatoes, Kalamata olives and feta. So I'm excited for that just to have alongside. I'll split that up over a few days for lunch with my Twiggy sticks that I grabbed. I actually grabbed a lot more of these than I thought I did, but that's fine. I will just put them into meal prep containers and my partner can have those at work as well, and they will go fairly quickly. They shouldn't get wasted. And then I also grabbed just a 500 gram of this Heart Smart beef, extra lean beef mince for the taco night and also for the loaded hot potatoes. That will go a long way. I do like to add lentils into the mincemeat and just like beans and things like that, just to make it go a lot further. I'll just make up a huge batch of it and it will go over the 2 nights. I also went ahead and grabbed some chicken stock for the chicken and leek rice bowls that I'm going to be making this week. And then the last thing that we grabbed was this roast chicken, because we do grab our groceries super late at night. It was marked down to $7.70. So there are some bonuses to shopping late rather than shopping in the morning when everything's fresh and full price. So if you haven't already, go ahead and leave your guess down below of how much you think this grocery haul costs, because I'm about to let you know the price of everything here today. So this grocery haul cost $231.49. I did get refunded $1.70, but it was still around the $230 mark. So if you guessed anything near that number, go ahead and let me know in the comments how close you got. This was one of our biggest grocery hauls in a really long time, because it is a monthly stock up haul, as I said, a monthly stock up grocery haul, I should say. But I'm going to go ahead and show you some meal prep now anyway. I'm going to show you how I make those homemade vegetable nuggets. So let's get into that one. So the thing I love about this easy dinner recipe is the minimal ingredients that it uses. So for this recipe, you will need 1 bag of veggie rice, 1 cup of grated cheese, 1 cup of grated carrots, 1 cup of breadcrumbs, 2 eggs, and a clove of garlic, or the equivalent. I normally use minced garlic just because it's easier for me. And for seasonings, I just use onion powder and pepper. The first thing that I'm doing is putting the rice in the microwave for 5 minutes just to steam it and defrost it and soften it up a bit. This is really important if you are going to go ahead and cook these on your stove top, because they won't have enough time to cook down and soften up like they would if you were to cook them in the oven. Then while that is steaming, I'm just going ahead and grating up these carrots really finely. It is so important to use this side of the grater, even though it takes a lot longer. It is really important this carrot is chopped up really fine, especially because it's not cooked. It just really helps to keep it softer in these nuggets, especially, as I said earlier, if you are cooking these on the stovetop. So then I'm just adding all of my ingredients into the bowl here. I will leave the ingredient amounts in the description box down below for anyone wanting to try these, but once you have all the ingredients in and combined, you can mold these nuggets into any shape that you want. I did a mixture of rectangles and circles, but if you have a cookie cutter, you can make all sorts of fun shapes for the kids. But with this mixture, once you have your shape, you want to coat the nuggets really well in breadcrumbs just to help them crisp up. And then you can either cook these on the stovetop for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side, or if you have a bit more time on your hands and you have these prepared a little earlier, they just go in the oven on 200 for about 25 minutes to half an hour, depending on your oven. You do want to make sure that you spray the tops of these with oil to help them not dry out, and also to help them give them a nice even crisp top when they are cooking in the oven. Now, because I had leftover mixture, I decided to cook some on the stove, and although they get a better color this way, I would definitely recommend cooking these in the oven. The texture is just so much better, and the vegetables really soften up a lot more when cooked in the oven. Now, I just serve these with chips and salad, but these also make a really good first finger food for babies and toddlers, just served up on their own. The next easy dinner recipe that I wanted to share with you in today's video is chicken and leek risotto. This is another recipe with minimal ingredients, which I love about this recipe. So you will just need 1 liter of chicken stock, rice, 1 leek, garlic, onion powder, 2 cups of mushrooms, and about 1 to 2 cups of diced chicken. I've just pulled apart and chopped the roast chicken from the grocery haul earlier. It's such a time saver doing it that way, and also with the price of chicken lately, it's cheaper doing it this way too. First thing I'm doing here is just putting the rice on the stove to cook. I used 2 cups of rice and put the whole 1 liter chicken stock in. Please don't come at me in the comments about not washing my rice. I realized my mistake halfway through putting the stock in, so it was too late, but you really do want to take the time to wash the starch off your rice. It does help to make it last longer in the fridge and stops it from spoiling so soon, and it also stops it from clagging together when it's cooking, but my bad on this night. It still turned out perfectly fine. Next, I'm just chopping up and rinsing off a leek. For those of you who are new to cooking with leek, you want to first cut the dark green leafy part off the top and then also cut the root hair-like part from the bottom. Then once you have cut it the way that you want, you definitely want to clean all of the dirt off. There's usually a lot trapped between the layers of the leek, and one way to clean them is to swish it around in a bowl of water. The leek will usually float to the top and the dirt will usually sink to the bottom, or you could just add it to a strainer like this one and run water over it over the sink. But as you can see, that water is just so full of dirt, so it's so important not to skip this step. So you want to put some butter or oil into your saucepan, and then you want to put that leek in, your 2 cups of mushroom, your garlic, your onion powder, and just really let that cook down for about maybe 8 to 10 minutes. And once the rice is cooked, you just want to simply add your mushroom and leek mixture as well as your cooked chicken diced up or cut however you like into that, mix it up, and then serve that up. This is honestly one of the most easiest, delicious chicken and leek risottos that I have ever made. I will say that I did have to add another cup of water to the rice while it was cooking, so you do want to keep an eye on that. But just like the recipe before, I will leave all of the ingredient amounts in the description box down below if you wanted to try it out yourself. And if you do, please let me know what you thought of the recipe and tag me in your photos over on Instagram. Okay friends, so that is everything that is in this week's grocery haul and meal plan. I really hope you all got some new dinner ideas out of today's video. If you did, please go ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up. I really appreciate it so much when you guys do that, or if you leave a comment or watch my video to the end. And especially now that I'm monetized, I really appreciate it when you guys watch the ads without skipping them, because it really helps me and my family out so much. So thank you to all of you who go to that extra effort for me. I really hope that you're all having a really good week, and I will be back here really soon with a brand new video.
But there's something about you I like.